A microphone. Hello, everyone. Microphone check, check. A microphone check, check. 6:30 for me. 6:30 at 6 in the morning. Police at my door. Fresh Adidas. No, wait. Did I say at my 6 in the morning? Police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeaking across the bathroom floor. Can anyone tell me that without Googling? No one's going to be able to tell me because no one's here live. But if you, looks like someone is here live. If you know who sings that song without Googling it, if you watch it after the stream, post down below. If you're watching it now. So there was someone here for a second, this YouTube thing. I'm going to remember talking to the mic, Tom. Talking to the mic. Clear audio, the whole stream. I'm a mover and a groover. Jonathan in the house. How you doing, brother? I'm a mover and a groover, so I don't know. I'm not the best. I hate authority, so I hate the authority of the mic demanding that I keep my. How dare this microphone make me keep my mouth close to it all the time for nice clear audio? Ding. We're late on the ding dings. A ding a ding. A ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. All right, I'm not even logged into So Tasty in the morning. We're gonna take a look at we'll take a look at the Cardano ecosystem. We might look at that game a little bit today, though I should probably save I always forget, like I want to look at that game. I'll wake up in the morning, I'm tired. Usually I've been on a bus that's flipped 17 times. And, I'm just like, okay, let's go put a stupid picture on a thumbnail and make a dumbass title. And then I get on and talk like I do. And then I start looking at my screen and I see that game in one of my tabs. I'm like, oh shit, I should have made a title around that. I also want to look at Teddy Swap. I'm not like super enthusiastic about Teddy Swap. It's going to be a stable coin exchange on Cardano. I mean, I hope it's successful. I've always said it's a stupid ass name, and their team acts a bit juvenile. But we'll take a look at their testnet. I am staking to their FISO. Is that what they call it? What does the F stand for? I forget what it stands for. Something about like fair initial stake offering, I believe. So I don't fully understand. What am I looking for? I don't fully understand the requirements currently, I believe there's like Cardano needs the stake pool operators to participate in order for like smooth transaction flow. I think there's some kind of, system going on there that's kind of required for the way it works. Whether better methods will come out over time because it is a technology. Your guess is as good as mine. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm staking. I'm staking to one of their FISOs to earn Teddy Swap. I kind of wish I was I kind of wish I would have got into the NTX earn drop instead, where you stake to their validators and you earn NTX. But it is what it is. That's another thing. What is it that YouTubers used to say all the time that annoyed me? Whenever a YouTuber says it is what it is, annoys me. Oh my goodness. What's the other one now? I can't get it out of my mind. Anyway, I'm rambling, but we'll take a look at the Teddy Swap. They're on testnet right now. It's incentivized, so we might as well go over there and take a look at it, maybe earn some free Teddy Swap. All right, let me get logged into So Tasty in the morning. Throw that coffee. They're now called Tasty Live on YouTube. They've been that for a minute, a couple weeks, or I don't know, a couple days. They used to be called Tasty Works. Their platform's still called Tasty Works, but I think the show's called Tasty Live now. Either way, it's a great show if you want to learn how to trade advanced strategies, options, and etc. I always enjoy the first hour and a half because they just kind of shoot the shit for 15 minutes. And then this Vanetta gets on and they talk the news. She can be a little annoying at times with her laugh and the way she like kind of asserts herself sometimes. But it's good to hear the news. And then they'll like talk about some little bit of stuff after that in pre-market. And they got a really good show at the end with Tom and Tony. Market recap, into the bell. And then they'll have other segments that aren't necessarily from time to time that are really good on. They do really big like Monte Carlo simulations and get real. Anyway, it's a good show. You should check it out. Even if you're just a crypto trader, they do talk about crypto, and they do have segments on crypto, and their platform has crypto on it. I do think, and I'm not a paid shill. I'm not a partner. I do have a link down below. I think they have some kind of thing where I don't know if they still like if you get 700 people to sign in and fund for like I there was a point where I could win a Tesla. I never had any belief ever that I would win a Tesla. I just love promoting the platform because it's a great platform, and I can't wait for it to be my preferred crypto platform. You can trade crypto. It's $10 to do so. $10 to buy, $10 to sell. So there's a lot of times where if I go buy Bitcoin or Ethereum and I want to buy like $10,000 worth, it costs me $150, right? Well, Tasty Trade, it's $10. Now, there are other times I want to buy like $50 or $100 of DCA Cardano worth, and it's like $5, right? So it's kind of hit or miss on that. The big situation with Hastyworks right now is they don't have their Web3 wallet out yet. So once you buy it, it's locked on the platform for now, but that's coming. And so I'm pretty excited for that time to come. I trust the platform immensely. I trust Zero Hedge, who they're doing the crypto custody through. So I bet, anyway, and again, like I said, the platform is amazing if you're doing stocks, and especially if you're doing options and all that. But let's see what's going on in the markets. NASDAQ. I had no intention of going into that Tastyworks bill. I'm just always off the cuff. And again, no partnerships. It's a great company. You can email Tom Sosnoff, and he'll usually reply same day, sometimes within the same hour. That's insane. Go try and email Jamie Dimon. You think you're ever going to get a reply from him? You go email any CEO of even like a smaller company, and this company's probably valued at a couple billion. So anywho, NASDAQ. Ooh, shit. I think the NASDAQ was down quite a bit pre-market. I don't remember. It was definitely down kind of big yesterday, but the NASDAQ's now up 40. I mean, 40 on the NASDAQ's basically flat. E-mini S&P is up 5. I mean, that's a little north of flat. There used to be a time, like 10 years ago, E-mini S&P up 5 would be big. And that's a big move, right? And then we went into the biggest bull run in the history of the stock market for like 12 years. All right, let's see what else is going on. Bonds up 18 ticks. That's good for the good kids. Gold, I mean, really. Oh, crude oil. Crude oil down 70 cents, but we're still sitting at $76 a sweet crude barrel. Natty gas up 7 cents, 225. Natty gas is going to make me tangent because I did retweet it. Follow me at Nostradamus. You can listen to the recording if you want to. That Mario Nawfal guy, I don't really know how to say his last name. He does great Twitter spaces. He's doing one today on Palestine. I don't, you know, the place in Ohio with the big train spill. I'm looking forward to listening to that one. And he's got a crypto space today. I'm gonna check that out. He's got a like an Ethereum PFP, so hopefully it's not a bunch of Ethereum jarheads spewing that nonsense. But the point I'm getting to is yesterday's Twitter space lasted like 5 hours, and I listened to like 90% of it. The only reason I didn't listen to 100% of it is because I had to hop off. Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? It's because I had to hop off and take care of a firewall issue. But I did my thing on that, and I hopped back on and finished listening to it. It was and for me to sit there and listen to a Twitter space for basically close to 5 hours. Usually I'll hop into a Twitter space for like 15 minutes and I'll be like, okay, that was cool. Oh, I also listened to the contingent staking one yesterday on Cardano. That one was really good too. But the one with Mario, dude, they had actual soldiers in Ukraine because they're talking about what's going on with Russia, China, Biden's speech, Putin's speech, China, you know, possibly sending lethal aid over there. Amazing. They had soldiers, a couple different soldiers from Ukraine on there. They had like an ex-minister of someone in Ukraine on there, and he's now fighting in the war. They had a lot of different journalists from different walks of life, and like real journalists for the most part, not this shit you get on CNN or Fox News. So it was amazing, dude. You know, they talk about the concern, the escalation and concern, World War III and all that. And I went in there kind of, you know, it's been hard for me to decipher what's going on in the Ukraine because there's a lot of geopolitics involved. And like this one Russian soldier, and there was a massacre. I can't remember, Busha or something like that. I didn't even really know about. So there's a lot going on there. And this one Russian soldier was pissed every time someone said it's a proxy war because he took it personally saying but it is a proxy. It's both, right? But he was so emotional over it because he's seen his family get killed and raped and things like that. And so for most of and I didn't really realize this until I heard, you know, actual people, but like the Ukrainians are going to fight until they're all dead. And that's the way you know, you could feel it. As this other guy was talking about how morale was kind of low, but because of Biden actually coming up, the morale is super high right now. And so for the Ukrainians and a few other countries that are near, I forget who it was. There's soldiers there from another nearby Slavic country that are in the fight because they don't want them to be next and things like that. So again, I highly recommend it. You follow that guy if you need, you know, you're just sitting there working, you want something to listen to, and it's great. His Twitter spaces are freaking amazing. I wanted to make one other point there, but now I'm kind of brain farting. Anyway, it was kind of eye-opening. So let's see. Where's Jason to tell us what really happened? Yeah, no shit, man. I don't know that Jason I don't know if Chill Baggins is as interested in us being like I think we're under attack. I think it's obvious to me that Russia is attacking us on our own homeland, and China may be involved. Who knows? Iran might have people over here. But to me, it's not that difficult to think that you can attack our infrastructure without sending in dirty bombs, right? It's right under our nose. Why smuggle a dirty nuke into our country? Or why, you know, try and have these elaborate things like pull off, like blowing up the World Trade Centers when you can just have sleepers over here. Russia has sleepers over here for a long time. China probably has. It's not that hard to go make a pipe bomb. It's not that hard to get train schedules. Hell, you could, you know what are they called? You know what a foamer is? Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Sleeper agents, bro. Like, sleeper agent. We don't know that they're agents. They just look like every normal part of society. You know what a foamer is? A foamer is a person, and there's actual foamers out there. They'll go get their lawn chairs and their, let's see if we can get a picture of this shit. Is this a crypto channel? I mean, who cares? This shit's a lot more interesting, right? Maybe I should pivot to just being a, what would I be? Foamer trains. They sit on the train tracks, just sitting there waiting for just to watch trains come by, because they want to see like weird engines, like rare engines and shit. I'm not gonna lie, I'll get excited if I'm driving down the road and I see it like an exotic engine, like color different, shape different, and things like that. So it is kind of cool. But actually do something like this is like, what the hell is wrong with these people? But all you have to be is someone from Iran, China, Russia, whatever, right? Just out here with the foamers, just watching the trains come by for, a couple months. Oh, hey, on Mondays, there's a shitload of chemicals coming down. Like this train's 2 miles long with a shitload of chemicals on it. Hey, let me go out, hide in the bushes, put a little pipe bomb right here, and then the train goes by, and, a couple go by, and then boom, blow that shit up. I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to be close. Maybe that's not the perfect scenario, but you get the point. How hard is it to rig? Like, I want arson reports. Like, there was an explosion in Medley, Florida, and now there's a lumber factory in New York on fire, but there was an explosion in Medley. Explosion. Like, you could see the mushroom cloud. Like, I want arson reports on all these huge factories. Like, maybe all these factories are catching on fire all the time, but there's hazmat crews being sent to the Nebraska train derailment now. Like, is this always been like this? Like, have we always had this many train derailments and hazmat crews deployed and plants on fire, food factories on fire, plastic factories? Has it always been like this? Are we in such disarray that this shit is constantly happening, or is this just all of a sudden happening a few months after we blew up the Nord Stream, right? I maybe tinfoil hat, maybe I'm crazy, but I'd like some answers. Billy, let's get on the rough and watch the train pass by. God darn it. Factory's always on fire. The train is, yeah. I mean, I know factories catch on fire, but how much? And is it above normal right now? And is it more targeted to certain types of factories? Like, I live in a town or near a town of a decent chunk of people, hundreds of thousands. I can't remember the last time I walked outside and saw a big, huge smoke plume up in the air because some big ass factory is on fire. Now, like, I can't, every time I look on Twitter, big ass factories on fire in Chicago a couple of days ago, big ass factory in New York, like, cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember any point in history, unless it just wasn't reported till recently, that you go outside and there's hazmat spills and huge fires on. So Retro says it feels above normal right now because that's the hype cycle in the news. Maybe. That's a very poignant point. Say that 5 times fast. That's a good, and that's the point I'm trying to make too. Is this a hype cycle? Is it above normal? Right? That's what's so hard to kind of decipher. To me, I think it's both. I do think we're being attacked by insurgents. I don't even know if that's the correct word, but I think we're being attacked. I think some of this is tactical. Do I think some of it's a coincidence? Maybe, right? Do I think the news is hyping it? At first, they weren't. Like, you couldn't even get the coverage in Palestine or Ohio. Palestine, I don't, it's a weird name for a city in the United States, if I'm being honest. There was even a really interesting story how now this is tinfoil hat, in my opinion, but they rolled out like medical IDs and tracking to the citizens of Palestine or Palestine that like help is supposed to be like next generation health awareness and care for people. So it's a bit weird that the one city that they rolled this pilot program out to, they have a major major disaster. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. It was a great Twitter space. Recommend you follow me on Twitter. I recommend you follow that guy on Twitter. He's kind of my new favorite. He's my new favorite TV show. Like, as I'm kind of running out of shit to watch on TV. Kind of bored right now, so listening to Twitter space, a good Twitter space, it's a good way to pass the time. All right, we've already looked at the stock market. Do a quick peek again. Tesla hanging around $200. Bitcoin, big fat failure. Bitcoin again at the 25K level. It did dip below 24,000. It did that a couple days ago. It did that so Bitcoin does recently kind of looks like it just kind of bounces around 24 to 25. If I was a swing trader, I'd probably be buying it right now and looking to sell it or sell some at 25. Swing trading is really not my shtick. I mean, if I was like retired or rich, I would most definitely just sit here and swing trade just to swing trade, right? Like, say I had 20 million in the bank, I'd throw 500,000 out there just to swing trade, right? Just to try, just because I love it. I love it, but I'm not, I'm trying to build 20 million. I'm not trying to swing trade my way out of losing what I have now. I mean, I could do it with. The problem with doing it with smaller amounts is you get destroyed by fees, right? You buy Bitcoin, you sell Bitcoin, you pay a bunch in fees. You can leverage. If you leverage, you're paying the carrying cost or the funding rate. Anyway, Bitcoin at 24,000, the total market cap at 1.04. It kind of keeps hanging around this, just like Bitcoin, between like 1.04 and 1.10. Spikes to 1.10. I think it closes around 1.08. Ethereum 1633. We do have an uptrend line, so it looks like maybe it'll come back down to a little bit sub 1600 if it comes back down to this trend line. I think Bitcoin has a similar trend line. Yes, it does. So it could come down. It hasn't come back down to this. And this goes back since January. It did come back down to, and this is basically what formed the line in mid-February. So is it coming back down to this eventually? Well, I mean, if it happens up here, it's not that big a deal, right? Because it's 26,000. I do kind of believe we are out. I don't necessarily think. What defines a bear market? Is it like 20%, or the bear market is 20% below all-time high in traditional markets, right? That doesn't really work with crypto. So is that the right definition? I honestly can't remember. I think if you're 20% below all-time highs, it's a bear market. Let's see. This just says a market in which prices are falling, encouraging selling. All right, so this says the 20%. I see the 20% in here. A condition in which security prices fall 20% or more from recent highs. Okay. So that's basically what I just said. Is the SPX still technically in a bear market? 12%. It is not. Well, we're at here. 17%. So we're on the cusp. It wasn't, but December, according to this, we climbed out of the bear market early January. So technically speaking, we're not in a bear market in the SPX. It can dip back into it. We're not too far away. Let's look at the NASDAQ. This might still be, technically speaking, 28%. So this most definitely is considered bear market here. Again, you can't really do this shit on crypto. When an asset falls 80% plus in bear markets, I think this one went like 70. Yeah, 70, 80, almost 80%. You can't do this. The math is different in crypto. We're down 63%. So I don't, like, if it's only down 50, it's only down 40%, maybe. What's the definition for crypto? Anyway, I don't think it matters. I've said this numerous times lately, and this is still my theory. I don't think it matters what the stock market's doing going into the Bitcoin halving. I think crypto is going to have a bull run regardless. A lot of people say, crypto savvy included, will say Bitcoin's going to do what the macro and stock market's going to do. I don't think so, right? He even says if the DXY is pumping, a lot of people have these traditional mindsets around crypto, but I don't think it works that way. I think it's like crypto is mostly dependent on what Bitcoin's doing, right? If Bitcoin's doing well, everything's going to do well. A rising tide lifts all ships. A rising ship lifts all tides. If the ship's rising, the tide must be going up, right? But Bitcoin has a halving. Bitcoin halving is coming in 2024. When that happens, there's a thing in markets of supply and demand. If there's less supply, the demand goes up. It's just built into our genes. We sit there and like, what? There's only half as much now on a day. I got to FOMO into this bitch, right? So the Bitcoin. So in 2024, right now, 900 Bitcoin can be produced a day, per day. In 2024, the Bitcoin halving happens, and only 450 Bitcoin can be produced a day. It's going to cause a supply and demand crunch. Now, the overall macro environment might limit, like if the overall it's interesting what could happen. Like if the macro environment shit, maybe more, inflation's going rampant in all these countries, maybe more countries will jump on the Bitcoin train, and it could cause an even bigger supply crunch, right? I don't know how big the next bull run is going to be in Bitcoin, but I think there's going to be a bull run. It's going to be led by the halving of Bitcoin and other cryptos, good cryptos, and even shitty cryptos that you might be able to make money on. I'm limiting what shitty cryptos I'm in and how much I would put in them. But there's going to be a supply crunch. There's going to be FOMO, and there's going to be momentum. And if it's not super huge in 2024, there will be a point in history soon where there will be a massive supply crunch when it comes to especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top layer 1s and 2s at that time, and projects with real utility. It is coming. You just have to be patient. And most people, for me, I'm losing. I get impatient all the time, but I remind myself. And again, the biggest problem is most people can't handle the volatility. We already know most people are stupid and they buy at the tops and they panic sell at the lows. Combine that with the fact of how much volatility there is, the difference, like how much Bitcoin goes up and how long people wait to FOMO in, and then how much it dumps after and people panic sell after, it is very difficult for most people to win at crypto. And that's why I want to remind you over and over and over so that you don't get put into that trap. It is a mindset that you have to focus on, concentrate on, and remind yourself every day. You have to, like, I highly encourage you to understand what crypto is, what the technology is, what it's doing. You'll when you first start learning crypto, you'll be hearing YouTubers say, "Oh, this coin is great and it does this, this, and that, and whatever." And to you, especially when you just first start, to you it's just like a bunch of shiny little icons on a screen and some YouTuber telling you it's great. Go learn what it's doing. Go check out Masario. Go check out their website. Go read light papers. Really, and learn what smart contracts are. Learn what, validators and delegate. Learn what this is so you can be informed. Unless you're listening to me, no, I'm kidding. The only way to get informed is to really understand the technology and believe in it. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on that rant either, but there we are. Koska in the house. Hey-o, how you doing, sister? I can see it now. Koska's rolling her eyes. Oh my goodness, Tom's on his high horse again. Let's talk about saving money, tightening the belt strap, shoestring budgets. I'm kidding. Listening to wise Tom. All right, render, man. I am itching to pull the trigger on some render. In fact, I might start dollar cost averaging into some of that. I want to build a bag of render, but like retro, maybe I'm being greedy. I'm waiting for that shit to drop. What was its market cap? Because it's already kind of high. Market cap 469 million. What kind of market cap can we expect for this if it blows up? Right? Because $500 million is already kind of big. And is this is it an actual token on Ethereum? Right? And does that make sense from a use case scenario? Because Ethereum's so expensive. Like, I would rather see this be on like Optimism or Arbitrum. Right? That's the thing. Understand how this token works. What do you like? People sending graphics on, and so do people supply GPUs, decentralized set up GPU farms, and they get paid in render? Is that how it works? Yeah, let's see. Stranger in the house. How you doing, brother? Thomas is the smartest guy in crypto. I don't know if that's true, but I'm freaking up there. I mean, there's definitely people that know, like Charles Hoskinson, for example, definitely understands crypto better than me. I will, and maybe I'm being a little cocky here. I will say that I'm probably smarter than most just because of the skill set I have in technology and networking and all these different, like the OSI and, cloud, and highly skilled in cloud. Again, security, firewalls, TCP IP at a high level, things like that. Plus, I enjoy trading. I've been trading for decades. I know trading at a very high level, including, how to hedge with futures, how to hedge with options, how to really trade options correctly, different option strategies, and my passion to combine technology, crypto with finance, stocks and trading and all that. And the fact that I do enjoy going into white papers, becoming more and more involved, with the consensus mechanisms and this and that, and really trying to understand it. So while I appreciate the compliment that I'm the smartest guy in crypto, probably not, but I'm kind of like a multi-threat, just because I do have a high degree of skill when it comes to a broad spectrum, right? Let's see. We're gonna look at Aura. We looked at Aura yesterday. It didn't excite me. I forget what it was already. Render for me is 80 cents or bust. So did you buy Render? Did you already buy and sell Render? Did you already make money, or did you miss the boat? Did you miss backing up the truck and now you're trying to get it on the cheap? I feel we were running out of AI. No. AI is going to be a big multi-year hype train. In fact, I retweeted something on NewNet yesterday with open source AI that we can take a look at that I'm really excited about. AI, there's going to be ebbs and flows. We're at the, like, we're early. You know how everyone says we're still early in crypto? We're at the fucking, like, just the door just opened early to AI. AI is going to be a massive part of our future, and you're going to be able to amass fortunes if you invest early in the correct AI technology. Massive opportunity, like the biggest opportunity probably on the planet right now. Let's see, telecommunications networking. What kind of telecommunications? Like if you have VoIP questions, I can help you out. If you're talking like analog and PRIs and stuff, I mean, probably, right? I deal with PRIs enough. We're mostly moving, most of our clients are SIP now. So are you talking about like just like shit like what's it called? Mini Christmas, I'm brain farting hard. Microsoft's communication thingy. What's so special about Render? They are cloud rendering for graphics. I'm not a huge authority on how their model exactly works, but I've listened to some people in Twitter Spaces. They have partnerships with Apple, right? And it's a product I'm still learning about, and just what I've learned on it already, I already want to buy it, right? I think it's going to be huge. I'm being honest with you. I haven't done enough due diligence on them, but so distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. Again, I don't know. This is similar to distributed CPU we talked about with NewNet. I'm assuming people could supply GPUs. People can send their digital rendering to these like decentralized rendering clouds. And those people that do that earn render, and you pay in render, and et cetera, et cetera. Again, like I said, they have partnerships with Apple. I'm not exactly sure what those partnerships are. I need to do a little bit more investigation. And Chill Baggins, Jason, we looked up. So the kind of due diligence I do here, man, I will get to the nitty gritty. We looked up their office space on Google Maps, and Jason actually drove by to see if the office exists there, and et cetera. So let's see, founded in 2016. It's been around for a while. Their Otoy, it was the company. And I've heard a lot of people talk about it. The sleeping network, digital, a better use of GPU. So I still need to learn about it, but I do want to start accumulating, and I'm talking like small amounts. Like I want to get 1,000. Like my goal right now is to, because I think it's going to do well in a bull market regardless. And most people think this is the GPU rendering that's going to win. So I would like to, my goal right now, again, is to accumulate 1,000 render. Well, right now I can do that for $1,600. So I could do it right now, and it would be less than like 0.5% of my overall portfolio. I'm not looking to go, insane in render. It's just one of those higher risk, higher upside coins that I think, based off what I've already learned, is going to do well. I want to know about this telecommunication networking. You're probably lying, Ricky. I challenge anyone to come in here and ask me some high level networking. right? Now, if you're going to come in here and ask me how you configure a BGP network with a ISP and it's running ISIS and things like that, hey, look, that's a completely different specialty, right? I can tell you about BGP and I can tell you about ISIS, but I'm not an expert on ISIS. And well, I know my way around BGP, but whether it's iBGP or eBGP and having to use route reflector, I don't have a lot of experience in it other than some lab work and some videos that I did like 3 or 4 years ago. So you got me, right? But what is NAT, network address translation? Why are you asking that? Because we talked about it last week. IPv4, there's not enough IP addresses in the world to give every computer and phone and whatchamacallit an IP address. An IP address is what your computer, an IP subnet gateway is what your device needs to get onto a network like the internet to be able to route out. So there's not enough IPs to give every device in the world an IP. So even you are probably running behind a NAT because your cable modem, your DSL modem, your router is going to get a WAN IP, right? So that device gets a WAN IP, and then it distributes a private RFC 1918 IP, either like 10.0.0.0/8, 172.1.6.0.0/12 is rarely used in like something like that, and then 192.168.0.0/16. So those IPs, I can't get to your IP from the internet. I have to go to your WAN IP. Your router network address translates that. So if you have 50 devices at home with access points, computers, laptops, Xboxes, they all have this like 192.168 IP, but the internet sees it as your WAN IP. I know you were probably just really didn't want to know that, but if you ask an engineering nerd a question like that, my OCD is going to kick in, and I can't help myself. Are you just going to like Google and Googling some shit to ask me? Student learning outcomes. Describe 5 security strategies that can protect a network from a security attack. Identify 3 types of transmission media. Let's see. And describe the carriers to know the types and equipment. All right. Describe 5 security strategies. Yeah. Like, I don't know. This is some like coursework that doesn't really relate that well to real life. I mean, firewall, EDR strategy, intrusion protection and detection. I mean, AV shit like that. Is that what their transmission media? Like, what does that even mean? You know, wireless, cable, transmission media. Syllabus. Yeah. Copy and paste. I don't like. Where are you taking this class? What is your end game here, Ricky? Why are you taking this class? What is your end game? So types of equipment, firewall for the front end. So a layered security approach is best. You'll have a firewall, next gen firewall running intrusion protection and detection, malware, AV, things like sandboxing. It'll sandbox payloads, test it, and then allow it through that. And then on the inside, you would have different AV solutions, EDR, and all that. Medium, I don't understand the 3 types of transmission media. I don't really understand what that means. Wired, wireless, CBRS, 5G. But what's your end game? Oh, it's a call. Yeah, but Like, why are you taking the class? Are you wanting, what is it you want to go? What is it you want to do? What is it you want to do? Because I can give you some, potentially some good advice on how to learn this shit. All right. Where are we at? We were looking at render Bitcoin now 23.8. Batten the hatches, lads. Batten the hatches. We're diving. How annoying is that? Is it just going to do that for 10 minutes now? Like, I want to see if something else happens here. I don't know how long I've listened to this before. Oh, there's only like 20 seconds left. There we go. I think we're at dive depth. Now we're just listening for enemies. Are we? Oh, we're safe. We're safe for now. 23.7. It feels like we're still diving. Great. Selling my shit coins. Are you panic selling shit coins at a loss now, Retro? I just went on a 5-minute rampage on why that's not how you do it. All right. Let's take a look. Here's where we lose all the viewers. Let's look at the Teddy swap. Now, let's see if there's any. I'll save that. Just so that people that don't want to give a shit about Teddy swap. So there's nothing really going on in Cardano. I don't see any Ada's always got updates, but earlier this month we gave this block. Who cares? All right. Oh, anything? I guess we should see what's happening to all the shit coins. Ethereum. Yep, I just said the Ethereum's going back down. Holy shit. Look at this. I didn't expect it to happen this quick. Are you kidding me? Are we going to go bounce off this line? Is Bitcoin doing the same thing? What the actual F? Yeah, looks like, is this going to be are the algorithms going to kick in when we get down to here? What's happening in the stock market? Is it crashing? Oh shit, the NASDAQ is now red. Was the Fed minutes released or something? I didn't think that was till later today. FOMC minutes in about 4 hours. What's causing a stir? I think it's just a little bit of shake and bake before the Fed minutes. Render continuing to go down. $1.52. Let's freaking go. See if there's any. The headlines, I can see it. Markets dumping ahead of the Fed minutes. I guarantee you that's the main headlines. Algorithms aren't even that good anymore, making up shit. We need an improvement to the AI. All right. The stock market is due for a bounce after the 697. Well, okay. Watch out for these tax red flags. Crypto investment losses and even gains. I should probably read that. Futures inch up ahead of Fed minutes. All right, so they're going to have to update that with futures collapse ahead of Fed minutes. You want to take some big data courses, and that's big data to do what? Like, what kind of big data? Like, what is it you want to do with big data? I'm not sure why you would need a class like that. Telecommunication and networking. Like the part of your syllabus was, I guess, just the security focus. So I'd have to see the whole security. I know. Holy shit. You should be careful saying things like that, Kosk, in a room full of perverts. All right, everyone, calm down. I know you're wanting to chime in, but don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Although, I mean, We ain't pervs. Are you kidding me? First of all men are pervs. All men are pervs. It's just what degree of a perv are you? All right, let's see what's going on. I'm so sick of these blurs. Kiss my ass with blur. Bitcoin 23.7 continuing to go down. ADA 37.8 holding up kind of good. Atom holding up well. Radiant holding up well. Ergo holding up well. LCX down about a penny. Osmosis lost $1. Polkadot starting to slide. Matic took a big slide recently. I retweeted that, so we'll get to that in a second. Solana holding up decent. BNB holding up decent-ish for an overbloated piece of shit. AVAX. Quant holding up well. Render starting to slide. It's on a slide. We're gonna wait. Maybe Render comes down to $1.13 and that might be the time to buy. Maybe it really falls down and overshoots it and comes down to 70 cents. That might be a buy. ICP, you know me. But CryptoVisor. This is a classic example why you don't listen to idiots like CryptoVisor. He'll sell his Cardano and go into this other coin, pay a bunch of money in taxes because it's short-term capital gains. And so if he's timing it, like if he comes out with, I sold at 820, right? Maybe. But I don't know when he bought. Maybe he bought it down here. But again, ICP isn't doing anything that special. It's up 95%, right? He sold Cardano to buy this. Cardano is up 60%. Oh, but 90% is bigger than 60%. Yeah. Tax problems. You got to pay taxes. Is it really worth it? Crypto rotates. You really is ICP going to outperform? Now, if he thinks ICP is going to outperform Cardano by a lot in the long run, maybe. I don't know that that's necessarily the case, right? So I don't have a problem with what he did. I just don't want to hear in the short term, Matic has done this, right? Come back to me in 2 years, right, bitch? Otherwise, you're kind of giving bad advice. That's the thing I hate the most about a lot of YouTubers. And it's not really the YouTuber's fault. It's the idiot listening to the YouTuber. Don't buy or sell a crypto because the YouTuber tells you it's a good idea, right? Just because some schmuck thinks it's time, he got shaken out of Cardano for whatever reason. He hates the fact that Cardano doesn't burn. He hates the fact that Cardano doesn't have USDC and shit like that on there. Whatever, bro. But long story short, don't buy and sell because of some YouTuber. I say that all the time. Don't do it because I do it. Make your own decisions in life, right? You can take with the YouTuber's opinion, but you need to look at all opinions, mostly yours, and what you've done on your own research. And he will say that, but he spends a lot of time talking about how he's right, why he's right, how he called the bottoms, how he called the tops. So when you sit there and tell someone, don't do your own research, but then you're also telling them all the things you're getting right, glossing over the things you get wrong, when 90% of what you say is how right you are, right? People are going to be influenced by that and follow you. What is the one thing I say over here all the time? I have no idea. I have no freaking idea what's going to happen, right? I have no idea what's going to happen to Cardano in the short term and the long term. I think this is going to happen, but all of crypto could be a failure. So that's my point. I think my viewers are more intelligent than most out there. But anyway, let's see. Tom started it. You started it, Casca. You started it, right? Can we all agree? Who started it? Poll time. Start poll. Who started it? Who started it? Casca? No, I'll even make it easy to pick me early. Casca. No, it's not alphabetically soothing. So we got to go my OCD. Who started it? Like Elon Musk, I won't abide by the poll. All right. How did I start it, Retro? How did I start it? Explain yourself. Casca said, I know what to do with big things. When you say something like that, as a female and everyone else is male, how am I the one starting that? Right? Casca, maybe explain yourself. What did you mean by that? Maybe it is my fault. But I feel like you knew what you were doing there, Casca. All right. I just want to take the course. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn a lot. Why do you want to take big data? Do we even know what Ricky does? Is he just a already rich person? He lives in Cali, and he's a Green Bay Packers fan. That's about all we know. I think he's in his 30s. All right. Yes, wait. Remember when Tom told us one is taking over? I would like to remind you, most people in this chat came because I covered Harmony One, right? In fact, you guys bullied me into thinking Harmony One was greater than it was. I'll admit I failed you because there were red flags at the time that bothered me about Harmony One, not the team, but what was going on in DeFi and the ecosystem. I saw a lot of red flags there, but I let myself be biased by so many Kool-Aid sipping Harmony One fans, and the fact that we were making money hand over fist, especially in DeFi kingdoms. So I use that as a learning lesson to help guide me in future endeavors. And I think it's already made me a much, much, much better crypto investor in the future. We spent I think my internet went out. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So the screen, all the prices look like they stopped. Let's see. Easiest poll ever. Retro, I thought you said I started it. There's only one vote. Let's see. I remember Tom telling us he had planned date. He had a planned date. A planned date for what? What are you talking about? I remember Tom telling us he had a planned date. Explain yourself. And that we should get in on the one. Oh, yeah. First of all, you didn't. The only people that got in on my validator are Rex and Bort. Bort was a huge supporter. The rest of you can kiss my ass. You didn't want to get in on the validator because you wouldn't earn rewards, right? You didn't support old Tom. That's fine. Harmony One was a failure. Look, I'm not going to win them all. My biggest bags last bull run were in order. Ethereum and Cardano were fighting for first and second. Bitcoin, and then Polkadot, and then Harmony One was fifth. Harmony One went from fifth to third because it did so well, right? And then it blew up. I can't help it that the team is a bunch of idiots that have their multi-sig private key on a laptop in China. Joe Baggins in the house. We were asking about you earlier. Ricky wanted to know what your thoughts were on Palestine, Ohio, but I didn't know if that was actually on your radar because you're dick deep in the Twitter files. I want to know what this like with a girl. Now, I never said I had a date with a girl. Sarah, who's not a girlfriend. Sarah, who's like one of my best friends, no sex, no kissing, no more like a sister, constantly says she's gonna come over and flakes on me. I actually got her to come over the week I got out of the hospital. I had to almost die for her to actually come over. It wasn't a date, bitch. It was a date for her to come over, but it wasn't a date. Palestine isn't. Yeah, hell yeah, it is. I was talking. Do you think the United States is under attack? You think we have sleepers over here setting pipe bombs and throwing Molotovs in factories? Because I do. I think it's Russia. Who said I started it? Explain yourself. Or is it you, Retro? Why did I start it? And easiest poll ever. What did you vote? 6 votes. 2 people say I started it. She has cooties. It's not friends with benefits. It's nothing like that. It would be like screwing your sister, bro. You are a pervert, Retro. Ricky, are you confusing this with Retro? You sound like a kid. Dude, we're not, there's no romance. Yeah, there's no, I mean, when we became really good friends, she was married at the time. So it just blossomed into a great relationship. I'm not, I mean, this is a conversation that's whatever. She's a really good friend for the most part that lets me down constantly when she says she's going to come over. I said you started it in the sense that you focused the pack. Like that. Maybe. All right. Maybe it's 50-50. Maybe she should have never said something like that in a pack of rabid dogs, right? Especially with Ricky here. Ricky says Retro seems like he's slinging his. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. Retro is acting like he's Juan Rico Suave over here. Retro slinging. Ooh, you're the one slinging cold drinks, ice cold, right? All right. Is crypto still falling? It's hanging around 23.7 now. Let's take a look at the profile because I did retweet. Follow me at Nostradamus. Just in, Polygon Labs fires 20% of its staff. So I thought, I was very curious when I saw this, what was going to happen to the price of Polygon. This was the stock market, the stock would go up because that's how you get stocks to go up right now. You say you're cutting staff. So I wondered if the same thing would happen for Polygon. It did not. Everything else was kind of up at the time, and Polygon was down like 7%. It's come down a decent amount. Is this the time to buy Polygon? I'm not buying it right now, but I ain't buying shit right now. I'm going to see what happens with this current move. We might be back. The bear market rally might be over. This might be the beginning of the next dip, the next pullback. We're currently at like 15% on Matic. Let's look at Bitcoin. We're currently at only 6%. I mean, this bitch could go down a lot. This bitch could go down like 30%. It needs to go down almost 40% to make a lower low. So this could very easily come down. We're currently, like I said, 6%. It could come down another 20%. That's below 20,000. That's like 18, 19,000. Hang out for a while and then go back up, right? I'll tell you all the time, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do tell you that I thought we were going to blast through 25K, and it still might happen. But right now, I'm more inclined to think we're going to come down, spin sideways, and go up. Although I still think this is on the table. Especially, I think this is mostly just Fed bullshit right now. So it might continue even through tomorrow and come down some or whatever, and then come back up. I think we're going to have a reversal. I think this time it punches through. We have this, and we have this, and then we have this. That's my gut feeling. Right? But it doesn't matter what my gut feeling is or what even happens. Like, I need to get rid of all this shit. It doesn't matter if my gut feeling is right or not. Unless Bitcoin goes to zero or fails, I can't lose, right? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to hold as long as it takes. As impatient as I might be, I'm ready. I'm willing to hold. And when it's low, I buy. I'm buying. I'm buying all the time. I'm not buying right now, though I don't think it's a bad time to buy right now. I don't know if it's going to go to 15,000 next or reverse in the next couple of days and blast to 30,000. Even if it does blast up, there's going to be another huge pullback. When that huge pullback happens, someone will have bought it at 25,000. It'll go up to 40,000, and then it'll crash back down to like 27,000. They've tortured themselves for 3 months to make $2,000, and then they give half of that to the government. So that's not how you do it. You hold it long term. You buy it when it's cheap. You sell it. You sell it when it's near all-time highs. And if you're lucky, you're already in long-term capital gains. For me, the torture was extra because I held it. I wasn't in long-term capital gains. I knew plan B was it'll come back around in the next halving. So again, most people can't handle that. You got me. Let's see. Is Capo still clowning himself with the? Why is he clowning? Why is he a clown? What happens if Bitcoin goes to 12,000 in the next 3 months? Is he a clown or is he right? We still have to worry about inflation and war. Of course we do. Oh, Jason, I retweeted a Twitter space that I think you would enjoy like a mofo. You should definitely go check it out. Listen to the recording. He's doing another Twitter space today on Palestine, and there's another Twitter space him today on crypto. The Palestine one should be really good. The one yesterday was amazing. They had soldiers in war, party cabinet members, party members, and one guy that was super pro-Trump that was annoying. There was more Biden haters in there than anything. A couple of these guys said, "Oh, if Trump was in there, this war would already be over." Yeah, I don't know that Russia would have ever invaded Ukraine if Trump was in there, because if Russia did, Russia would just have waited until Trump wasn't there. You know what I mean? He doesn't act like shorting's the only way. He leverages he leverages long too. He will flip when it's time to flip. Trust me on that. The dude has been more right than most analysts out there right now. It's just that most people hate bears, and they passionately want him to be wrong, and they misquote what he says all the time. I don't blame him for not tweeting much. All he's really said is nothing's changed for him. He's still bearish. And I don't know if he got shorted out. I don't know if he got stopped out of his short, if he's still short. His big thing says he's not buying. Now, I disagree with him there. But you shouldn't listen to some guy on Twitter to determine whether you go long, short, leverage. Like, first of all, 99% of the world should not be doing leverage trading. 99.9, maybe close to 100% of people that do leverage trading lose money. It's a losing endeavor. It's like playing against the house. There's a 50-50 chance you're going to get the direction right? But you're paying a carrying cost to do so. So you have to be right, and you have to be right in a certain window, right? And because you're leveraging, you either have to really be well funded, so you don't have to worry about setting a stop loss, because they will go, most of these places that you trade on, they will stop loss hunt you and take you out, right? You have no business as a retail investor, close to 100% certain you have no business being in high leverage trading when it comes to crypto. In fact, you should, and most people do this wrong, you should only be leverage trading to hedge your deltas, right? To hedge your portfolio. If you're egregiously long Bitcoin, and you know what I'm saying, this is advanced level stuff. You should be on a platform that allows you to sell calls against your Bitcoin, but there's not enough liquidity for that in this market right now. Or you could go like, say for example, you own 100 Bitcoin, right? And you wanted to hedge your portfolio by 5%. Well, you could go sell a Bitcoin future in the NASDAQ. And that's what a lot of big companies are doing, right? That's how you do it. And then there's a lot of like these platforms that cheat and stop loss hunt you. Anyway, I'm not going to continue on that tirade because it's some pretty advanced level stuff. Let's see what we got here from Ricky. You're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Ricky. That did not copy the link. Let's see what we got. Paste? No. What that? All right, we're just going to do this. We're going to click the link. Hopefully it doesn't do the studio. It didn't. What did you do that time, Ricky, that it didn't inject studio? Fed's James Bullard pushes for faster rate hikes. I kind of agree. But I don't know. I don't have a PhD in finance. I don't have decades of experience looking at big data. Is this why you want to learn big data? You want to use Python scripts to scrape the internet and create your own big data? Jonathan in the house. How you doing, bro? Wait, he's been here the whole time. He was the first in the house. Wasn't he? Wasn't he the first person that liked the video? When he retro? Come on. Bro, we advanced here. Yeah. I agree, but I also, not everyone, right? Like there's people that are going to watch the video afterwards. They're going to be like, what the F is this guy talking about? Selling calls on your Bitcoin. He's been here, bro. He was first. Look, bro. He was the first one to comment in the chat. He was the first one to like the video. Retro, I'm putting you on a 10-minute timeout. When did I get my blue check mark? What, on Twitter? Like, I don't know, the end of January, about a month ago. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. I'm a PhD in pimping, hustling, and dope dealing. Kurt. Where is that Kurt? I don't know any Kurts. I know Bort and Flynn. Yeah, I don't know who Kurt is. There used to be this guy named Bert that comes around. He'll eventually chime in, like in the Discord, or like he's eventually, I've been really busy. I'm a CEO of a company now. It's moving to Texas and blah, blah, blah. Nigel. Yeah, Nigel. I think Nigel. I wonder if Nigel's even still alive at this point. He probably got mad at me shitting on Phantom and Near and all his drip rug pulls. That guy was he was the most degenerate. He was the most degenerate. Like he probably got fucking destroyed. Like I hope not. I mean, it looks like he's probably got a lot of money because his YouTube rice videos get a lot of hits. I read Facebook Meta is going to a paid model. Yeah, they are. Instagram is. I don't know about Facebook, but Facebook owns Instagram. It is definitely a bit disturbing-ish to see that model. There's pros and cons to everything, but they're using those pros to add income. Like, I'm not getting if I was like a huge, if I actually made like real money off YouTube and real money off Instagram and real money off Twitter, like, of course I would pay for it. And I don't mind doing it on Twitter because I'm trying to build out a Twitter following, and it's only like, I don't know, $8 a month or whatever. So whatever. It makes me feel a little bit. I don't even do Instagram, so I'm not trying to make a lot of money like a lot of people are. And I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but a lot of people make money. You got to understand the game. A lot of people get a lot of Twitter followers and they play the Twitter game so that they can make money, right? You can make money now, even based off the fact of how many people view and reply to your tweets and get ads in it. I don't know what the requirements are. There's huge, like, you build out huge Instagram followers, and then people will come to you and say, hey, I'll pay you money to promote this product, right? Or, so there's a lot of money that can be made by doing this shit. So, I don't know, like, what the requirement, does Instagram even have a verification now? I have no idea. So, there's pros and cons to it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Nigel, let's see. What was Drip? What was that Drip rug pull he kept trying to get us into? Drip Network. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It looks like it's doing really well, but I remember this shit being like $150. And look at this, dude. The biggest, like, this was the most obvious, biggest scam, rug pull, multi-level marketing I had seen in a long time. I can't wait to hit this max. Oh my goodness. Oh my, no wonder Nigel doesn't come around anymore. He's probably living on the streets. This was and he was like, I love you, Nigel, if you ever come across this, but man, this is the thing. Nigel is in his 20s, maybe his 30s. Guys, you don't understand how many battles I've been in my life. I was in multi-level marketing before the internet. And then the internet was pyramid schemes, right? With cash money. And then the internet came, and there was multi-level marketing scams like you've never seen in your life. Telephone companies. You get on this telephone program, you get people under you, blah, 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 blah. Dude, they all fell except for, I don't know. There's that one big one, or a couple, Herbalife or whatever. But only the people at the top win, and most of them fail, like 99% of them. I don't even know if, like, what they do, and they're illegal, right? Well, this is crypto, so it's a lot harder for the SEC doesn't give a shit about some, small time MLM right now. They just don't have they would rather, like, we have idiots in there that would rather attack Ethereum, something that is going to be very useful for humanity in the future, instead of going after things like Drip Network. When you see things like you earn referral fees, don't walk, run away. Now, if you're a super degenerate and you want to do that, so basically you're going to be a degenerate, you want to be in early, but then you're a scumbag unless you're just, you might not know that you're a scumbag, but you're basically getting people under you and you're scamming. So eventually you're getting scammed. And the more you get scammed is how far down the pyramid you are. So I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm not going to continue on with this. This was obvious at the time. I remember in RO, it's great. You should. I did listen to the guy's YouTube video and I'm just like, man, this guy is such a scumbag that was doing this. And he's got other. I'm sure this guy's still doing things. We can. What was that guy's name? Let's see if we can. He should be in jail. Yeah, you can't even find who this guy was. Anyway, anywho, what's Bitcoin doing? 23.7, trying to make a comeback. I retweeted this yesterday. One of the important issues that our devs are currently working on. I am super bullish this project, AI narrative, cloud computing narrative. Design use case for training OSS alternatives of ChatGPT. So open source, I'm not sure what the second S is for. We want to enable to train the OSS alternative to ChatGPT via NewNet and publish the results model. I haven't had a chance to read this article. Oh, it's a video. I don't know that I'm going to have time to watch that today. I may never, but I do want to watch this. I am bullish this project. I am yield farming it. Let's see how it's doing. It's probably down. Yeah, it's down about 8%, so whatever. Contingent staking with Charles. I did retweet this. I want to re-listen to this because Charles talk the first like 15 minutes, and he said a couple things I missed, so I probably will re-listen back to that, just that first part. This is the Ukraine war escalations. This was really good yesterday. 5 hours long, so if you're sitting there working and you got shit better to do, again, I'd highly recommend you listen to this. And he's got a couple today. Let's see if he's already like Mario Nafal. Yeah, I don't see the ones being scheduled yet. So I'll have to be on the lookout for that. Let's see what's going on Twitter and Jin. Subcritical says good morning with a goofy ass picture. All right, we'll give that a heart. I don't really know what this is. Probably some rug pull NFT coming out on Cardano, or like, did you draw this? What's going on here? Jason loves the volatility of the VIX. Whatever. Jim, yes, this looks very weak and truly misguided. This is some dude I ended up following because of the Twitter space. Top Step, what is David Letterman doing? Bill Gates explain the internet to a skeptical. Well, I mean, he was halfway to boomer at the time. In 95, hardly anyone knew what the internet was in 95. You were using dial-up modems, and most people were on like Windows 3.1. It was a pain in the ass. You'd go to websites like the $1 Million website where you just like there was barely shit to do on the internet in 95. AOL disk and instant messenger were all the rage. I don't even know if that shit existed yet. CompuServe, were you guys dialing into CompuServe? I used to hack CompuServe and get free CompuServe accounts. I did a lot of nefarious stuff back in the 90s that I'm not proud of. Not gonna lie, the FOMO top rated buyer. Who gives a shit about Steppenbro? DeFi on Bitcoin. Excited for Anita BTC and C. I am too, bro. These Cardano freaking people, nothing. Oh, we never looked at. I'll probably just do that on my own today, and I'll tell you if it's worth getting into tomorrow. What does Radiant have to say? Great thread outlining RDN Capital and their performance. Called me a pump and dump shill. All right. I don't really know what I'm reading there. I don't know what this heat map he looks at is, but it's interesting. Scott Redler. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Cardano and creatine. Alex in the house showing us gym. You millennials. Like, there's a lot of people getting really pissed off with like gym etiquette and, you know, you posting their likeness on Twitter and videos and shit. Like, bro, it used to be we had to see all the fucking meals you were eating. Now, good for you for going to the gym, but we don't need a picture of you every day going to the goddamn gym. I don't see that you're doing any. How do I know just because you're at the gym, you're working out hard, you're working out correctly? Maybe you're just going in and walking around and looking at women's asses and then just taking a little picture to show you were at the gym. Second of all, you're at Planet Fitness where they serve yogurt and pizza after your workout. All right, anyway. Don't call it a comeback. My guy really felt the need to explain bro, a lot of people don't know what pyramid schemes are. They don't know what MLMs are. And usually the people that know what they are have been taken by one. So fuck you, Retro. Did you see that woman yeah, I did. That video was fucking nuts, dude. Fucking nuts, bro. Putin moving nukes around. Yeah. There was a really good clarity on that yesterday, talking about how many nukes they have and which ones are tactical and which ones are kind of tactical. It was really good discussion around that. Yeah, I am jealous. I am jealous of fit. I'm jealous of anyone that's fit. I remember the good old days when I was fit. When I could throw some weights around. I am jealous of fit Alex, but I don't need him to make me jealous. I don't need all these people. I don't like, if you want to post like, this isn't motivating. This is narcissistic. Maybe I'm just a boomer. I don't know what to tell you. Congrats for being in the gym once again. If that motivates, I'll tell you what. Being an engineer, I'll look at this from a different angle. I'll look at this from a positive angle. If this makes Alex happy and motivates him to continue to go into the gym and work out hard every day, I'm just giving you a hard time, bro. I love you. Continue to do what you do. So there's the counter debate. Are you happy now, Casca? I won't like the show Physical 100. Like, I don't even know what that is. I'm like, I wouldn't kick a muscly woman out of bed. Let's put it that way, Casca. Although if you started doing Planet Fitness, I'd be proud of you. Yeah, I have Planet Fitness in the other room over there. I have one of those band. What is it called? Let's just say, I don't have them in here right now, but these are weights that go into my like ankle weights that I do exercises with every day. I have a gym. I have a machine over there that I do a lot of different. So I'm like, I would be proud of myself if I could walk into Planet Fitness and hold my own too. But I got to crawl right now before I ball, right? And again, I may have some autoimmune diseases and stuff going on that all I'm really doing is delaying things. So, you know, anyway, I don't want this to get negative and be a downer. So, Brittany Griner, I don't want Brittany Griner in my bed. And I'm not trying to, like, look, I don't know what's going on with Brittany Griner. You're going to get me in a lot of trouble. The woke crowd's going to come after me. I'm not being offensive to Brittany Griner. She is just not my type. And it's most definitely not a black thing, right? It is most definitely not. I have a very checkered past, and let's just say, I'm not even going to finish continuing what I'm about to say, but I never discriminated what color a woman was back in my days. She likes women. I don't have a problem with her liking women. I just don't know if she's actually a dude or not, right? So it doesn't it doesn't matter. She's not attractive to me, right? There's plenty of black women that I think are some of the hottest chicks on the planet. For example, what show am I just watched? It's still going. The black chick on Shrinking is super. I mean, she's hot, man. I find her extremely attractive. The chick married to, I say chick, I know this upsets you. The chick married to Dwayne Wade. What's her name? She's super fun. She was in that movie with the cheerleaders. I mean, that movie had what's her face in it, but there's plenty of this probably wasn't even intended to be a black thing. I'm just trying to, you're making me defensive. White guilt. You're white guilting me. Whoopi Goldberg. There was a moment in time where I wouldn't have kicked her out of bed. But I mean, first of all, I'm old. She's old. I don't really find her attractive now. She sounds like she smokes 12 packs of cigarettes a day. I don't find that attractive, no matter what color you are. When you smoke 12 packs of cigarettes, you look like you smoke 12 packs of cigarettes, and you sound like you smoke 12. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You can, Brittany Griner sounds like that. In fact, who else? There's hot chicks out there, hot AF. And they sound like they just smoke too much. And that I don't find that attractive. Ted Danson, yeah, he sure as F did. Ted Danson is definitely he was swinging his D around more than Retro. You'll be pushing iron soon, big dog. Man, I was in really good shape until I broke my shoulder in a snowboarding accident. I mean, I went from benching 300 pounds to could barely bench the bar, and I never recovered from that. I mean, I'm blaming myself for becoming a lazy piece of shit that basically discovered computers and internet. No way. 300. Yes. Wait. All right. If you want me to be honest, I never benched 300, but I did bench 295. 245-pound plates, 225-pound, no, 245s, 125 in the belt. 295. I did it in high school. I did it in college. Kiss my ass. It was a thing. There was video. I don't care if you believe me or not. I was in really good shape in high school and college. One time in band camp. I'm talking when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. I'm much, much older now. Thank you, Ricky. I mean, if you're not following BitBoy, BitBoy's he's benching 300 right now, and he's really proud of that. It's like he's back in high school when benching was all that mattered. How much could you bench was the first thing anyone ever. How much could you bench? You would just meet a dude for the first time. Hey, Tom, this is my friend Steve. Steve's like, hey, how you doing? How much could you bench? Oh, I can do 300. How about you? Oh, man, that's pretty I used to work out with 220. I would do sets at 225, right? So, but now I probably couldn't even lift the bar. So are you happy, Koska? Are you happy? What about your chicken legs? Yeah. So I always hated legs. I don't know. I don't know that I honestly don't know that answer, right? I never did. All I cared about was benching. All I ever cared about was benching. I don't know. Somewhere between 200 and 300 probably. Deadlifts and squatting just were never my thing. Tom's a farmer. They wrestle cows. Hell yeah. No, not happy. You may have lifted 300 to none now. Oh, thank you, Costco. I can lift more than none. But anyway. What are we... That was a crazy... Lavana. Where are my fucking NFTs at? My eggs are gone. My eggs are gone. I don't even care. I'm not even writing it off. I don't even know how to write it off. Putin is hiding in his bunker. G Trade hit another 1 billion. What is G Trade? New net alpha count, public alpha countdown. Sell on track for March 31st. I still need to get a computer ready for that. You believe China will support Russia and cause World War III? I do believe China will support Russia. I don't know if it's going to lead to World War III. I think it's just going to be a war fought on the ground, mostly in Ukraine. But I don't like, how can how can we allegedly do things like blow up the Nord Stream pipeline? How can we do things like how can we get upset that China is sending lethal force or lethal weapons to Russia when we're sending lethal weapons to the Ukraine, right? Are allies not supposed to help allies? Like, what are the rules of war? Well, there are no rules, right? You make them up and you try. It's a war. You try and win. But we can't, I don't feel like we could sit here and be surprised that China, a nation that wants to take us down and become like the world leaders, the reserve currency, the top economic dog. You can't this is war, right? It's brutal, it's awful, but you can't sit there and be like, oh, how dare China send lethal weapons? How dare Iran send weapons and drones and lethal weapons to Russia? For right now, I don't think they're tight allies. These are just people with one common goal of wanting to take the United States down. So if Iran, China, and Russia get together and they win the Ukraine war, it's a win for all three of them. At the end of the day, it might be 50 years from now, but China might become the global world leader, and Russia and Iran and hell, even us might join in against China. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't like it. That's why when I run for president, one of my major political stances will be, let's get Xi Jinping or whatever his name is in a room with Putin and me. Let's get the Ayatollah in there. Let's get that wacko from the United Kingdom in there. And let's just sit there and say, hey, we'll get the India guy in there. Zelensky's not invited. But we're just going to sit in a room and say, hey, let's work towards world peace. Let's define boundaries now. This is going to be a long grind, multi-decade grind, where we sit here and work where let's figure out a system that benefits everyone. And let's work towards real science technology that, space and exploration and making the planet more efficient, getting rid of waste and, things like that, right? I know it's an impossible dream. I do think I'm the Gandhi of our era that's never going to get a chance to speak, never going to get a chance to put my mark down and make all this happen because it's almost an impossible task. But that's where my mind's at. Anyway, something about high leverage with eggs. Eggs are, yeah, but what happened to my eggs? Where are my eggs? I sent them to, I did all that bullshit and I lost one of them right away. But the other one showed up with the Dragon wallet, right? Now, if I pull up my Dragon wallet, there's nothing there, right? So what the fuck happened to my shit? You know what? I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. Holy shit. I don't know whose job it is to tell me that I'm 9 minutes late to work. It's all right. I got a little buffer time. I cannot believe it's 8:09. It's 8:09. Let's see what's going on. Bitcoin 23.7. Looks like it's finding a little foothold. E-mini S&P is up 50 cents. Nasdaq's up 7. Flat as AF. Dragon wallets. So what happened to the stuff that was in my Dragon wallet? Did I lose it because I didn't transfer it again? Honestly, I wish I did, Casca. I wish I did. If there's a way for me to, like, did I have to do something after Dragon Wallets? So if I left it in my Dragon Wallet, are they gone? Lavana can kiss my ass. Yes and no. Yeah. How much is 10 Juno? Why do I feel like that's expensive? I remember Juno costing a lot. Juno to USDT, like $12. Yeah. But they're not in my Dragon Wallet. Where are they? Like, how do I even see them? How do I even find them? How do I even get them? Tell me in the Discord or tell me in chat tomorrow or don't tell me at all. Anyway, I got to get going. Seriously. Bitcoin 23.7. Bitcoin's tanking tonight. Bitcoin drops below 20,000 tonight or blasts past 25,000 tonight. I might hop on the mic. Discord. What am I discording to you? Like, I sent my shit to a Dragon Wallet. Now I go to my Dragon Wallet, nothing's there. So I don't, like, are they... you can help me recover them, you can have them, but I don't even know if I want to put in the effort. Anyway, what stage? I don't know what stage. I sent them to you told me to send them to a Dragon Wallet, so I did that, and they were in my Dragon Wallet. That's the stage I'm at. And I'm at work right now. I am at work right now. I'm just not working. All right, everyone. Love you all, and peace. Oh, wait. Whose fault was it? Costco?